Alright, so let's try another coherent video. This maybe the coherence level will creep up a bit. Probably not, because I'm just frothing with anger. Um, so yes, as I've mentioned in my previous not so coherent video, I have been on the receiving end of basically a crusade of harassment for the last several months on Tumblr. Namely because about 1 year ago, I was like, cool, Ruby's a fun show. Oh no, turns out I think Ironwood and Weiss are cute together. Oh, that was a big mistake. And since that, I have just been just bombarded with hilarious, freaking over the top hatred. Yes, because I happen to ship Ironwood and Weiss from Ruby. My god. Anyway, that harassment is basically it has just been anonymous suicide baiting constantly, like 3 times a day, usually, and I'll just delete them, unfortunately. I mostly deleted everything, because I'm like, try harder. And occasionally when I would get actual blogs that weren't troll blogs interacting with me, they would just be ridiculously stupid and spiteful. And I try to have an intelligent adult discussion with them, and they'd be like, nope, blocked, and then whatever. You live your life, But anyway, so what I did, I put all of my blogs in the 18 plus filter, which automatically kicks, like, okay, so Tumblr, if you do not use it, they recently, like 8 months ago, implemented an automatic adult content filter, and you have to manually go in and turn that shit off. So what I did, I marked my blogs 18 plus, I put a freaking disclaimer in the top, here be porn, go away, I draw shit for ships you don't like. And I would not usually, like 99% of the time, I wouldn't tag anything. I'd be like, this is my blog, it's not tagged, or I would tag it some bullshit thing. I can't remember. I think it was White Iron that I started tagging it, just so people could filter it if they liked my work, and they didn't want any nasty Ironwise bullshit all up in their feed. I'm like, cool, I will do that. So I started tagging it that, just so they could filter it. But anyway, so all my blogs were locked the fuck down. You couldn't find my stuff unless you were specifically looking for it. And these people, time and time again, have gone onto my pages and harassed me when I'm just trying to stay in my lane. Because I happen to just ship the thing. Like, they're just thought policing, and it's revolting. So I'm just minding my own damn business, and whenever anyone tries to start shit with me, I try to be polite. One of the things I'd like to bring up is that I am 27, and I have been married to my husband and dating, and previously obviously dated my husband for several years. He is going on 50. He is 49 years old, and that's roughly a 22-year age gap. And you know what? It's a normal relationship. We've been together for a long time. We love each other very much. And I've gotten ridiculous amounts of hate and vitriol just spewed at me saying, that's disgusting. You're a pedophile. And I'm like... And as someone pointed out to me once, a very kind anonymous person who I don't know who it was, but I still to this day deeply, deeply appreciate your taking the time and actually being so supportive, was that these people who are harassing me and calling me a pedophile and telling me to kill myself, by their own logic, I should be considered a barely consenting victim in my own relationship with an older man. And instead of giving me some kind of resource or saying, hey, are you in some kind of vulnerable situation? No, they're aggressively trying to get me to kill myself or cause harm to myself or just piss off from the internet. My one, like, coping mechanism, finding a fun fandom, drawing things, doing things I enjoy that are creative and productive. Yeah, no, they're trying to drag me the fuck down and just, okay, so yes. By their own logic, I should be a barely consenting victim in my own relationship, but they still call me a pedophile, and yes, as I'm going back in circles. So, generally, they're just bullying me for no reason. And, now I kind of lost my train of thought, because I'm just so over this shit. So yeah, but whether you agree with freaking anime shipping of Ironwood and Weiss or not, I do hope you possess the logic to understand that this is not okay. It goes back to ye olde days where, like, freaking LiveJournal was mass deleting everything, and it's just, okay, you don't like something. Stop going out and seeking it. Very recently, someone went into the freaking Ironwood and Weiss tags and Gelato, Neo and Roman tags, and started just spewing shit. And it was just like, people are like, she's like, hey, I genuinely want to understand. What's the appeal of these ships? And me, like an idiot, thought they actually wanted to maybe see a different viewpoint and be like, oh, I get it, not for me, but you do you. No, they're like, you're all fucking idiots and I hope you die. And I'm like, cool, alright, whatever. I tried. You don't want to have a civil, intelligent conversation? But what I especially like, I've, again, haven't been on Tumblr for a hot minute. What I especially like is that after the fact, after I'd had a discussion with this person, on their little header thingy, they say, I'm a minor. And on my blogs that they're going out of their way to look to, again, are 18 plus filtered, not safe for work, leave if you are under 18. So I have fucking minors going out of their damn way to just expose themselves to content they should not be doing. And again, like on Tumblr's mobile site, it's listed as a 17 plus website. So eventually it's just a bunch of fucking dipshit kids that are not doing what they should be doing. It's just, I've done all I can. It's in their responsibility, or it's in their hands to be responsible, or their freaking parents' hands to be responsible. So, I don't. So I have just a bunch of assholes suicide baiting me and all that. But anyway, so what the big kahuna here is that someone doxed me. My line of work makes it fairly easy for me to find. And so they found me because I wasn't particularly careful with my info because I've been online for a million years, and generally people are nice and they don't start crazy shit like this. And, you know, I'm a nice person. I try to go out of my way to be helpful and altruistic, and generally I don't like to start shit. I just do my own thing and everyone can just float around me, whatever. So what they did, they went through my blog. My 18 plus blog, because I know this person was a fucking minor. They went through my fucking 18 plus blog, and they dredged up posts from 2015. So they were just obsessively, neurotically stalking all my fucking shit, and then they took posts literally from 2015 and sent them to my current employer, like the head fucking honcho of where I am currently employed. Now, I had very recently started seeking professional treatment for just cripplingly bad suicidal depression. So, and my freaking reactions to medication and whatnot, and my struggles, and my, just attempt to recover some semblance of health and just normalcy, I chronicled that on my blog because I've had lots of people actually come to me and say, hey, thank you for detailing your experiences with these medications. I'm afraid to seek treatment for depression, even though it's ruining my life, because I'm afraid the medication is going to change who I am and all this. And I'm like, well, it's been a rocky road, and you can take what you want from my experiences, but yours are probably going to be very different, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I tried to make it a good thing. And I had it, again, under a read more cut, which is like a little thing that you have to manually go into to find if you don't use Tumblr. And I had it filtered under mental health TMI. So people could tag that as, I don't want to see that shit, and just get it out of here. And so I did everything to make it as not in your face as humanly possible. If you wanted to read it, you could. If you didn't want to, it was very easy to just avoid. So what they did, they knew I was suicidally depressed and desperately seeking to get better. And so they saw that, and they collected all of it and sent it to my employer, saying I'm crazy and I should be fired for that. And I made no secret, because they had trudged through my blogs to 2015. I had made no secret that I was very excited to get this job offer after 3 years of aggressively trying to get this job, because the benefits are fantastic. The insurance package is finally allowing me to seek help. So essentially what they did is they knowingly knew I was suicidal. They knowingly, did these things, knowing I was suicidally depressed, and that I would lose my insurance had I gotten terminated. So what they were trying to do was, again, get me to kill myself. They were just trying to commit cowardice roundabout murder on me because I ship Ironwood and Weiss from the Rooster Teeth web series Rwby. Absolutely nothing about that show is worth the blood of another person. So again, I would like any kind of incriminating chat logs, whether it be plotting, doxing me, gloating about it, any kind of even mild, that broken level chick's crazy. I would just enjoy having it for my court case reasons. because I mean I can just drudge a whole bunch of exciting stuff because people have been super racist to me and my husband. We're an interracial age gap relationship. We have a freelance business under an LLC calling me a pedophile and defaming me as libel and is hurting my business. I mean, I can just keep on going. I mean, as I mentioned in my previous video, my husband is a first generation immigrant, and we have been fucking balls deep in immigration court for these last like several years. And we're free and clear now, but man, I am so eager to get right back in the courtroom. And I just really want to subpoena this person. And then when their parents or their friends or their employer are asking why do you gotta go to court, they can look at them in the eye and say, I tried to get someone fired and tried to get them to die and kill themselves on the internet because they were drawing and writing about two anime characters boning and I didn't like it. So yeah, I do hope that the fucking Rwby fandom grows the fuck up and stops this crazy nonsense bullshit, because you're eventually gonna find people like me who won't fucking stand for it. It's disgusting, you're causing harm, and you need to stop. Do something more constructive with your pathetic life. And, you know, I am, again, like I mentioned, I want to be altruistic and kind. If you issue me a public apology and a private apology, I am very happy to let all of this thing go. I will drop it. I will just, it's bygones. Just, then people will know to keep an eye on you. And you, maybe if you try to do this shit again, you won't be able to just do it anonymously and cowardicely because you're trying to do harm and it's wrong. And I hope maybe this is a slight wake-up call and you might be able to grow the fuck up and wake up and realize this is not acceptable. Doxing someone and trying to get them fired from their job and kicked off their insurance when they are sick is a very, very, very small step to doxing someone and getting them murdered by the fucking police. So, stop.